White River Air, big walleyes.
Nice fish.
We're absolutely slaying them out here right now. We're on fish.
On the G, two-hander.
Good one, Dad. Thanks a lot. Dad and I are slaying them right now.
What we got here, Dad?
Got ourselves a little daily double going here.
You got one there. I got one on this rod here.
It's getting freaking cuckoo crazy. Hi guys, Rod Young here. If those few clips got you excited about booking a fly-in fishing trip, then you're going to want to watch the next 10 minutes. Because I'm going to go over the ins and outs of booking your trip with White River Air, what you can expect when you get there, the tactics that we use to catch most of our walleyes, and how inexpensive a flying fishing trip can really be. This year with the exchange rate, a little over 30%, it costs less than $1,000 for Dad and I each to take this fly-in fishing trip. So let's go ahead and get started on day one of our trip with Dad and I in the boat. As the bush plane taxis into the dock and drops our group off at our very own remote Ontario lake, we ready our gear in the cabin, put our fishing equipment in the boat, and start heading down the shoreline in search of the magical depth that I like to start fishing at, 7 to 10 feet. So guys, we just left camp, got out here on the water, day one, here at White River Air, fishing for walleyes with Dad in a boat. Doesn't get any better than that. We always like to start, fish on.
Fish on.
Fish on, hang on, let me get the camera here. We've got one on the stringer already. We've been fishing for about 5 minutes, and Dad is smacking them right now. Here we go, Dad. Better eye?
Great eye. Yeah. No, he's just an eater. He's not a monster or nothing like that. Just a good little eater. Fish on, baby.
So, hold the camera on me. So guys, we just pulled the camera out. I was going to tell you about how we're snap jigging and what we're doing here. And of course, Dad has another fish on. Dude, you are tuna boating them right now. Hang on. Okay, give me the camera. Dad with another walleye.
Set that hook, you know.
Oh, dude, that's a nice eye. Nice one. Okay, let's see if I can get this finished up here without Dad catching another fish. We got 3 on the stringer right now. Nice walleyes, 18 inches, right in that ballpark. So here's what we're doing, and this is what we always do when we land on a new body of water with White River Air. We like to put on some 1/4 ounce jig heads, some 3-inch twister tails. We're both using white right now, and we just throw back and snap jig. Just pull the rod forward, let it drop back. There's a fish right there. There's one right there. And so we're just trying to locate fish at this point, and obviously we've located them. And then once we locate them, a lot of times we'll just slow down and just cast and jig and work that area. Dude, this is a good one. I think this is a really good one. Okay guys, I was fooled. Mine was actually a little northern, not a walleye. But give me an opportunity here to show you what we're using. Fat little guy, isn't he?
Great fish, yeah.
But once again, here's our setup. Super simple setup. 6-pound test. I like Trilene XL, extra limp, just straight mono. And of course, 1/4 ounce jig. I like bright colors, orange. Dad's running pink and in a little white grub tail. Right now we've got Yum that we're using, but we'll use power bait and stuff like that too. So let's get back at it, Dad. Okay guys, another walleye on here. Same technique, snap jigging. Just a nice little eater here.
Good job, Rod.
Again, like I said, 1/4 ounce jig head and just the grub tail. And for those of you that are thinking about maybe booking a trip here with White River Air, let me tell you a little bit about what you can expect. First of all, the great thing about going to one of the remote outpost lakes like we're on here is you've got the entire lake all to yourself. So you got a beautiful little cabin that you're going to be staying in. A lot of the cabins have generators with electricity, indoor plumbing, basically everything that you would have at home you're going to have up here. Boats are great shape, great 4-stroke motors, Yamahas, they run great. And like we've talked about, you know, in the video so far, the first thing you want to do is just cover water and locate fish. We did bring night crawlers in with us. If you have more confidence fishing with live bait to get started, leeches, minnows, you know, fishing's about confidence. So if that's what you're confident with, get started with that. But I'm telling you, and we've fished, haven't we, Dad?
Yes.
Night crawlers in the gulp or yum, white twister tails right with the live bait today. And we've probably, what, 6 fish to 1? Maybe more than
I would
that.
say more than that.
More
yeah.
than that,
Yep.
with the gulp, with the soft plastics. It just allows you to fish quicker.
And once again, guys, I can't stress enough that you want to fish in 7 to 10 foot of water. This is where we catch 90% of our fish. And of course, guys, it should go without saying that all your walleyes over 20 inches should go back in the lake. That'll keep these fisheries strong for years to come. Well, as you can see, the first day of our trip, the fishing was unbelievable. We were catching walleye after walleye after walleye, and Dad and I were having the time of our lives. So if you're ready to have the time of your life, then give White River Air a call, and they'll select a lake that will best fit your group's needs. The logistics of managing over 30 outpost camps is daunting, but I can assure you that White River Air will do everything possible to make your trip an enjoyable experience. There's a reason I've used this outfitter for over 30 years. When you arrive at the airbase, you'll be warmly greeted and have an opportunity to unwind before boarding one of the superbly maintained bush planes. The airbase is always bustling with activity, and White River Air is continually upgrading and maintaining their equipment. Once you board the bush plane, most of the flights are less than 30 minutes, 20 or 30 miles, to your own lake. All of White River Air's remote outpost camps come with all the pots, pans, and cooking utensils that you'll need. The only thing you will have to bring is your food and drink. Obviously, there's no cell phone coverage at any of the remote outpost camps, but White River Air has satellite phones available for you to rent at a very reasonable fee for the duration of your stay. Dad and I caught tons of walleyes in the 4 days that we fished together, but we didn't boat anything large. However, other guys in our party did, with a couple of walleyes going 28 inches. Obviously, it goes without saying that there's giant pike in all of these lakes. And each year, somebody in our party will boat one in the 42 to 46 inch range. That is a big time thrill. So why don't you book a trip with White River Air? And bring your son, or your daughter, or maybe get a group of buddies together. Or, like I did this year, bring your dad.